Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. The atheists are rejoicing. They finally got our YouTube channel taken down. You know, I think they made a bigger mistake than they realized. If you stomp on a fire and it spreads and starts 50 more fires, I think you didn't do the job right, okay? And that's what they did. Boy, they got us fired up. So far, we're getting on every other channel you can get on. Vimeo is already working, Daily Motion. We're going to get on, what, Twitch, and is that X the same thing?
No.
Get them on every channel we can get. I'm sick of this. Free speech, right. YouTube doesn't do that, okay? Constant, by the way, we're the folks who believe the Bible is true and evolution is stupid. That usually fires up the atheists. First Amendment talks about freedom of speech. Of course, YouTube can do what they want with their channel, right? And so if they don't like freedom of speech, okay, I will go someplace where they do. So I would like all those who love the Lord or love our ministry or just love freedom of speech to please go on all the YouTube channels, friend or foe, that mention me or deal with evolution, and post comments telling folks if they are looking for me, go see drdino.com, because all the channels will be listed right there. You could go on any atheist channel, any evolution channel, go down in their comments and post 3 or 4 comments, scatter them out in there, and say, look, go to drdino.com if you want to find Kent Hovind again, because these morons took down his channel by too many complaints or something like that. So if you can't find me, it can be a ministry. Some of you can sit at home, like playing at home on the computer. Well, catch Zelda. Somebody sent me Zelda. Yeah. So you don't need to chase her anymore, okay? Send me a model Zelda. And spend time. This could be an actual full-time ministry, just posting comments on all the channels to let folks know where they can find our ministry. Was that better sound over there, brother? Did you check? Okay. Talk to the dinosaur here. I like that guy. Also, challenge them for a debate, and any of you could help get me on other channels as a guest speaker. Contact other channels and say, would you have Kent Hovind on? Give him our phone number, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 3, extension 4 for you, right?
Yep.
Yeah, come on down. So if you love the Lord or free speech, put comments on all these atheist channels and tell them, hey, go see drdino.com. Kent Hovind didn't die. They took down one channel is all they did, okay? Lack of free speech on YouTube. There's quite a few articles on the internet about that. Anyway, when they heard these things in Acts chapter 7, they were cut to the heart and they gnashed on him with their teeth. They didn't like Stephen's preaching. And they cried with a loud voice, stopped their ears, and ran upon him with one accord. They didn't like his preaching. Atheists don't like mine either. Evolution is stupid. But they can't handle the truth. You ever see that movie? Yeah. What's that from? What's the name of that movie?
Few Good Men.
Few Good Men, yeah. You cannot escape the truth. You're going to die one day. Now, if you've been donating via PayPal, please call Jessica, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 2, to be sure it's going to the right place. We're getting a new website built, and a couple things we've got to fix. Donations at our website are correct. If you go to drdino.com, it'll go to the right place. But if you've been donating for a while via PayPal, and we're changing things around, call Jessica. You might have to start over on that tomorrow, right away. 855-BIG-DINO, extension 2. So be patient. Make any checks to CSE, Creation Science Evangelism, and thanks for helping us spread God's Word. Here we are, January 24th. I did a program a couple days ago, I don't remember the date on this, Standing for Truth, a debate with Chris Thompson. So I just randomly picked that and got some of the comments off the bottom to talk about them tonight. He said, when your central criticism of evolution is that it's just a religion, because obviously religious beliefs can't be demonstrated by evidence, while claiming a religious book must be always literally correct, proves at least one thing for sure: irony is alive and well. Well, PDM 917, I'm not demanding that the Bible be taught in schools. I believe the Bible is literally true, and I forgot, for you folks who need something to attract your attention, watch how long it takes to millions of years of layers, okay? I'm not demanding that the Bible be taught as I believe it is true, cover to cover. Even believe the cover says Kent Hovind. Getting kind of faded, but it's on there. So I believe that. But you guys are demanding that we teach that all the kids are related to a monkey and a banana and all came from a dot of nothing exploding. That's stupid, real stupid. I feel more free here without YouTube, brother. I can say what I want. Yeah. Evolution is stupid, okay? So, yes, evolution is a religion. That's all it is. You believe in it. There's no scientific evidence for it at all. The difference is that Kent doesn't demand his religion be taught in science. Good point. It's not wrong to call evolution a religion. Thank you, Ryan. You are correct. Let's see, Raymond. Just because you have decided to make up a religion and call it evolution doesn't help your argument. Well, Raymond, it's just a fact. Nobody's ever seen a cow produce a non-cow. But you got these stupid charts with a cow and a banana having a common ancestor. I'll show you. Let's see, where'd it go? Yeah, here we go. Okay, the tree of life. They have all the animals and plants going back to a common ancestor. This is not science. This is a propaganda poster. That's all it is. And if you wish to believe it, I don't care. That's perfectly fine. But don't call it science, and don't make me pay to teach that to all the kids in school. Go start a private school, teach evolution to anybody dumb enough to pay, and come learn it. That's America, the land of the free and the home of the slave, or something like that. Let's see. Raymond writes back, Kent does actually demand that his religion be taught in science class. Raymond, where on earth did you get such a stupid lie as that? Show me where I've done that. That's what most of his arguments are about. No, I say we should not teach lies in the textbooks. Get my video number 4, Lies in the Textbooks, on my seminar series. I go through here, I say, look, I'm not trying to get creation into the schools. I'm not trying to get evolution out of the schools. Get the lies out. If the lies are gone, there's nothing left to support the evolution theory. This is part 4 of the series, $50 for the whole thing, creation seminar series. So get that. Anyway, if you wish to believe in evolution, fine. I don't care what you believe in. But don't call it science. It's a religious belief. That's all it is. No evidence for it. If you think there's evidence, call in for a debate. I need some more debates, brother. Here it is, January, 24th, and I've had only one this year. I want to get to 1,000 before I die, and I'm only at 381, so help me out. Come on. Contact your college professor and say, would you debate him? And if they won't, send their name in and say that so-and-so refused to debate, and then we'll add them to our list, growing list. Okay. Ryan writes, I didn't make anything up. It's not wrong to call evolution a religion. Thank you, Ryan. You are spot on. Okay. If they're going to force the evolution religion to be taught in schools, they should give equal time to creation. Actually, Ryan, we shouldn't have public schools at all, probably, but if we're going to have them, they should not be run by the federal government. Donald Trump is right. Shut down the whole Department of Education. This is a state issue. Better yet, a county issue. Let the parents decide. Get some of my books on help. I'm being taught evolution in school. Are you being brainwashed? We got all these books on our website, drdino.com. Help, I'm being taught evolution in my earth science class. What should I do about it? These are books that I wrote while I was in prison. How do we deal with evolution in our public school system? Little booklet you can get there. Help, I'm reading my biology textbook, and I got some issues with it. So I want to help. I really do. I think all I've asked is teach the truth. The truth is, cows produce cows. It is not the truth that we can prove cows and bananas are related. That is not science. So quit. Get it out of the book. If you wish to believe it, fine. Put it in a fairy tale book. Let's see. Flash Gordon. So you haven't watched the videos I recommended. Didn't watch them either, Flash. The first fallacy is calling Kent a doctor. Everything is downhill from there. AV. Well, AV, I have 3 earned doctorates and 1 honorary doctorate. If you don't like my degrees, that's fine. I don't care. Call me Kent. Call me Bubba. Call me Hey You. What evidence do you have for evolution? What you've done is called an ad hominem attack. If you don't like, look, if somebody goes to Harvard University and earns a PhD in anthropology, and he comes out believing he came from a rock, I don't think his degree is worth much either. So forget the degree question. Just deal with the facts, okay? Let's see. It's the best you have. I'd say he won. Thank you, Redefined Living. Yeah, all they do is ad hominem. We don't like his degree. He went to a non-accredited school. Okay. One, what all Kenny can do is denial and insults and my book. Well, Shane, Cian, Sean, however you pronounce it. It's pronounced several different ways. Why don't you call in and have a debate and show exactly how dumb I am? If I don't have any evidence, I'd like to show the evidence doesn't exist for evolution. It does not exist. Come on, call in for a debate. I need some more. Ryan, somebody doesn't like that Kent made evolution religion look laughable, like he always does. Yes, Ryan, it is laughable. If you believe he came from a rock, okay, that's dumb, okay? I asked quite a few atheists in my debates over the years, different animals I picked. One say, I'd hold up the chart, say, do you believe you're related to a strawberry, like Professor Dave? Oh yeah, he's related to a strawberry. And I got some related to a snail and all kinds of, where's the chart? It's here somewhere. Anyway, it's not worth getting away, all that, yeah. All right, nope, here it is right here, I can reach it, okay. I'm all tied in with a microphone here. Here's my chart somebody made for me. Let's see, Emo is related to a bee. Jackson Rose related to a dinosaur. Mark Drysdale's related to a monkey. Bill Nye's related to a banana. Mark Reed's related to a rat. P.Z. Myers related to a fish. Wade the Wizard's related to a snail. Yeah, we got more on here, I think. Andrew is related to a pine tree. Simon Dan's related to a slug and a possum. So I love. Look, I don't care if you guys believe that, but don't call it science. Admit it's your stupid religion that you believe in. Okay, enjoy it. Let's see, Kenny is a joke. With his colt, C-O-L-T, that's a baby horse, his colt compound. Do we have any colts around here? Shane, Sean, Cian, whatever you are. Maybe somebody got a Colt revolver. I don't know about that, but I don't think we have any Colts. And DVD series. Yep, my DVD series is going in 42 languages all over the world. Stirred up trouble, brought many to the Lord. What have you done with your life? Okay, please get that. $50 for the whole thing. When you're done, send it back. Get your money back. Let's see. He did nothing. He did gnawing. What is that? He did. What's a gnawing, Dave? N-A-N-O-U-G-H-I-N-G. But insult and deflect. Huh. You want to look that up sometime, Neil? No. Yeah,
I've never heard of it, but I'll look it up.
Okay. Let's talk about fruit, cars, etc. Fruit and cars, gnawing. Sean? My book of fairy tales. So what? It's not a coherent sentence. I'm sorry, I don't know how to comment on that one. Let's see. Probably knows way more than 90% scientists. I think so, as far as on this topic. Yeah, okay. Here we go. AV writes in. He turned in a sermon and got a PhD. Calm down, first of all. When I finished all the courses to get my doctorate from Patriot University years ago, it was part of a large church in Colorado Springs. Later, or long after I was gone, they separated, moved out to Alamosa, got a double-wide trailer as the office, and continued doing the correspondence degree. Many people get a correspondence degree, nothing wrong with that. So I got done, I contacted the staff there. I said, look, I need to do my dissertation. What would you like? They said, Brother Hovind, you've been doing your seminar on creation versus evolution for a long time, and it's really good. Have you ever put it in print? I said, well, no, but I could sure do that. They said, well, please do that. That would make an excellent PhD dissertation. I said, okay, that's what they asked for. So I start off my seminar, hello, my name is Ken Hovind. So guess how my dissertation starts off? Anybody want to guess? Hello, my name is Ken Hovind. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't like it, too bad, okay? Gee whiz. That said, his talking points over the years are the same thing. Well, AV, that's because truth doesn't change. You know, when I taught math, 2 + 2 was 4 when I was in 2nd grade. And guess what? It's still 4. You don't have to change truth. Let's see. He cherry-picked trivia that he uses to blindside his opponents. Well, I'll tell you what, AV, call in for debate. You go first. We'll let you blindside me. Tell me the best evidence you have for evolution. Let's see. His tactic has never changed, which is Gish Gallop. What that refers to, if you never heard that term, there was a guy named Dwayne Gish years ago in Dallas, Texas. He and Henry Morris started the Institute for Creation Research. Excellent. ICR.org. They produce great books and videos on the topic of science in the Bible. Dwayne Gish would get into debates all the time, and he would rattle away the facts. He had a genius mind, you know, and he would just nail them on the facts. And because they couldn't answer any of them, they would say, well, you're just going too fast. We can't answer all these. Gish Gallop, they call it. So, well, take your time, answer them. They can't answer any of them. So they use that as a cop-out to not have to answer anything, because they can't, because evolution is stupid. That would be Dwayne Gish, G-I-S-H. Okay. This allows him to bury the opposition in trash they don't have time to respond to. Okay, what, AV? All of my debates, I say I would like to debate one topic at a time, equal time for both sides, one topic. So, AV, you're making a stupid remark here. I challenge you to call in one topic at a time. Where's the evidence for evolution? When you're done with that one, I'll demolish it, and then we'll do in a second one, and a third one, and a fourth one, okay? One topic at a time, just for you, AV. Though I tell that to all the opponents, okay? Bury the opposition in trash they don't have time to respond to. You got equal time, okay? It takes a mere few seconds to spew a lie. That's the truth, like you evolutionists do. Yes, boys and girls, we all came from an amoeba millions of years ago. They spew that lie and then move right on. It can take minutes or even hours to properly explain why it was a lie. That's why my seminar is 18 hours long, explaining all the lie. And he capitalizes on that every time he does a debate. Okay, AV, just for you. I'll let you go first. You give one best evidence you have. I'll answer, then you give, and whatever time you take, I'll take the same time. You're gonna take 3 minutes or 20 minutes. You decide. AV just for you, okay? He and other creationists misrepresent evolution. Let's see a skunk produce a non-skunk. Well, that's true, by the way, you know. which is not something evolution says will happen. Avi, it certainly does. It says, let's see, get your stupid chart here. It says that an amoeba or a single-celled creature, what do they have here? They didn't label it this time. Usually it's a protozoa or bacteria, slowly turned into everything else. So let's see, skunks are probably on here somewhere up in this area with the mammals. They don't have a skunk on this chart, but all the mammals up here. No, wait a minute, bunny rabbit, yeah, beaver. Did you know a bunny rabbit and a bat and a whale are related? Who would know? Hey, they drew a line between them. Got to be true. So let me get back to Avi's comment here. My throat is hurting. Okay. Let's see. Never seen a skunk produce a non-skunk. Bottom square. Okay, right there. Which is not something evolution says will happen. Yes, it is. You believe the skunk came from an amoeba. That was a non-skunk. Not in terms of skunk give birth to a dog, at least. Skunks give birth to skunks. But skunks with mutations. Well, maybe, not always. Show me a good mutation, Avi. I'd like to see what you think is the best one you've ever seen. Over time, though, we will find that those mutations have created something new. Well, you just admitted it's not science, because we have to wait over time. It's not observable. See, science is what we can observe, study, test, demonstrate. Evolution is none of those. None, okay? Might no longer be called a skunk. Perhaps, there you go, might have, perhaps. It's a religion, you believe it, okay? You're showing to everybody it's a fairy tale. Mutations got rid of the stink that made a skunk, for example. Well, fine with me. In the end, though, it's the same garbage he's been spewing, pushing for decades. He doesn't change ever. I know, isn't it right? Isn't it awesome to be right? You don't have to change. I love it, okay? He's been shown his mistakes. Oh, really, which one? Make a list, show them to me one at a time. He just keeps pitching it because his gullible audience keep cheering for him. So you're smarter than everybody in my audience, huh? Literate people would disagree with you, Avi. Let's see. Name a single lie, if you can. Somebody, Flash Gordon writes in. Avi writes back. He's claiming that I lie when I say you date the rocks by the fossils and you date the fossils by the rocks they're in. This is a classic straw man. When dating the samples, multiple methods are used. Among these is radiometric dating, and not just once. Multiple samples are tested and multiple tests are run. Each test has an age range they're reliable for. So they have an estimate for one expected age that drives the central test to run. Then they will also run a test for a younger age and an older. The younger test should show the sample is too old for that to be accurate. It will max out the scale or at least be biased toward that end. Boy, you have really been brainwashed, Avi. I'm sorry. Radiometric dating, problems. Answers in Genesis did a great article on that. Radiometric dating, here we go. Scientists may be aware that bad assumptions and contamination can result in inaccurate radiometric dates. This is very true. The way it really is, little known facts about radiation. Creation.com has a great article on this. Inaccuracies in radioactive dating. Cornell University. Radiocarbon dating is a key tool archaeologists use to determine the age of plants and objects made with organic material. But new research shows that commonly accepted radiocarbon dates standards can miss the mark, calling into question historical timelines. I bet the person that wrote that for Cornell got fired. You're not allowed to question evolution. But what happened if somebody in Iran wrote an article in their paper that said, I don't think Muhammad was a prophet, I don't think the Quran's a good book?
They'd kill him.
Yeah, they'd kill him. Earth's atmosphere is about 300 miles thick, okay? But most of it's within 10 miles. Most of Earth's atmosphere is down in our 10-mile range. It contains 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 0.06% carbon dioxide. And these global warming idiots, we got to save the planet. Look, if there's more machines producing CO2, guess what happens? The plants love it. They suck it right in and they grow faster. The radioactive carbon is 0.000000765%. Very little radioactive carbon. So I believe the Bible clearly teaches there was a crystalline canopy above the earth before the flood came. This crystalline canopy compressed the air probably all down into 10 miles and would block radiation from the sun. Ice would block that. See, visible light can go through it, radio waves can go through, but harmful rays, UV light, cannot go through it. C14 is formed in Earth's upper atmosphere through the interaction of cosmic rays with nitrogen. And here's how it happens. Cosmic rays are high-energy particles from outer space. They collide with nitrogen in the atmosphere, and they make carbon-14. So today, the atmosphere has 0.0000765%. Before the flood came, it probably had maybe none, certainly very little. If the percent of carbon-14 in the atmosphere today, if the pre-flood world had the protection from cosmic rays, there would be way less C14 or maybe none. So using today's percentage as a standard to date fossils we find is stupid. They were living in a world which had nearly none, and it decays from there. What's half of 0.0000765%? It keeps getting less. So this layer of ice would block the radiation, probably this held up by the magnetic field or just air pressure like an inflatable building, okay? Radiation from the sun strikes the atmosphere, produces radioactive carbon-14. It combines with oxygen to make radioactive carbon dioxide, and plants breathe it in. Willard Libby invented this dating back in the 1950s. Cosmic rays bombard the atmosphere. Time magazine ran a big article about it, okay? C14 process. Cosmic rays bombard the nitrogen. They knock a protein out of the nitrogen, forming carbon-14. And it's unstable. It doesn't like to be carbon-14. It wants to decay back to something more stable. And how long it takes for half of it to decay is how they're dating all this stuff. It's been calculated it would take 30,000 years for Earth's atmosphere to reach equilibrium. They said if we stuck a brand new planet Earth out there, got it going around the sun, radiation from the sun starts striking it and starts making C14. Gradually, it's going to reach a point where it's equal, because the amount it's decaying is equal to the amount forming. It's like if I told you to fill a barrel full of water, but I've drilled holes on the other side. As you're filling it, it leaks out the first hole, then leaks out the second hole, then leaks out the third hole, and pretty soon, you're never going to fill the barrel because it's leaking as fast as you're gaining. So they said, I wonder how long it would take the Earth's atmosphere to reach this equilibrium stage. They said, well, it would take about 30,000 years. Then they said, well, we know the Earth is millions of years old. Mistake number one. We can ignore the equilibrium problem. Mistake number two. Earth's atmosphere has still not reached equilibrium. Radiocarbon is forming 28 to 37% faster than it's decaying. Well, if it still hasn't reached equilibrium, it's less than 30,000 years old. Hello? And you have a rubber ruler when you want to date things with all these carbon dating stuff. Elastic. You have a rubber ruler. You say, how old is it? How old would you like it to be? Stretch the ruler. That's what they're doing. Is radiocarbon forming faster than it's decaying? Yes. 28 to 37% faster. This means the amount of radiocarbon in the atmosphere has not been steady over time. Oh, there you go. Now, NCSE, National Center for Science Education in Berkeley, California, tried to give an answer on that one. They said, Cook is right. C14 is forming faster today than it's decaying. However, the amount has not been rising steadily, as Cook maintains. Instead, it's fluctuated up and down over the past 10,000 years. How do we know? From radioactive dates taken from the bristlecone pine tree. They're admitting it fluctuates up and down. So how do you know you should use the 0.0000765% as your standard to go by? You can't possibly know that. In the past, it might have been less. We know it was less. They say it might have been more, too. Either way, you have a rubber ruler. Anyway, an older test would show the sample to be too young for it, and that way 3 tests confirm the middle to be correct. If there's a discrepancy, it needs to be investigated. So if it doesn't match what you want it to say, let's check it out. Throw that date out, okay? Right after this, he's talking about lies that I tell. Is another straw man. There is no geologic column, okay? I forgot who this was. Avi? Let me explain it to you in small words, okay? The textbooks show these geologic columns, and they say, boys and girls, these layers are different ages. Cenozoic, Mesozoic, Paleozoic, Archeozoic, Jurassic, Triassic, Mississippian, Devonian. And they say the top layer is younger. I have a very simple question. If the top layer is younger, where did it come from? Did it come from outer space? All the layers of the Earth are the same age. Whether it's 6,000 or 6 trillion, every speck of dirt in the universe is the same age. You guys just don't get it. So I'll stand by my gun. There is no geologic column anywhere in the world, okay? Let's see, they dig through it all the time, and you go back millions of, you don't go back at all. I flew down in a helicopter, brother, down to the bottom of Grand Canyon, and the guide said, folks, we just went back 80 million years. I looked at my watch. We didn't go back at all. They lied to me. I wanted my $50 back, but they wouldn't give it, okay? Patchwork, anyway, you got enough time. 2 things he misrepresents. There we go. Kent only embarrassed himself with his ignorance. Kent, oh, there it is. then why does he pretend to have the understanding of a 6-year-old and gets easily confused when educated people ask him questions? Well, Raymond, call in and confuse me, okay? Call in. Anyway, this is what I had for, I mentioned how many, they talk about you don't publish in peer-reviewed journals. Is it that one? Here. Really please point to the peer-reviewed scientific papers that Kent has written, providing evidence that he has half a clue. Okay. Point to a peer-reviewed journal in Iran that publishes articles that are anti-Islam or anti-Muhammad. Point to one. You can't get a journal, you can't get published in a peer-reviewed journal. If the peers all believe in evolution, they're not going to publish anything against their religion. So I stick with my guns. God made the world. Okay, that's enough, brother. I don't have my watch on, but my throat's giving out. Okay, any comments or questions real quick?
Yeah, there's a special little announcement here of one. This is oh, I'm sorry.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, that's not it, Doc.
Okay.
I hit the wrong bit. All right, here it is.
I got engaged tonight, praise the Lord. We're going to get married at DAL. Well, yay. Maybe yay. Let me meet the guy and the girl. Okay.
And here's
What's your favorite argument to help someone who believes flat Earth? There are so many arguments to prove that wrong. A very simple one that everybody seems to understand. The moon is going around the Earth, and I think we could all agree the moon is round. The moon goes around the Earth, which I got here somewhere, right here. Okay. Sometimes the moon goes in between the sun and the Earth, and it makes a shadow on the Earth called an eclipse. You got to be in there because it's so small. It's got to be just makes a little bitty black stripe across, but that's called an eclipse. It blocks out the sun, solar eclipse. Well, other times the sun is shining on the Earth, and the moon is on this side, and it goes through the shadow of the Earth. Well, I'll get my stuff in my way here. Okay, move the sun over to this side, over here. Let's see, this way. Okay. So the sun shines on the Earth, and the Earth's shadow comes on the moon. Well, this happens called a lunar eclipse. That happens a couple times a year. And the Earth's shadow is always round. I bet if I held this thing up in front of a light and made the shadow on the wall and slowly turned it different directions, you'd be able to tell me the shape of this box just from the shadow showing on the wall. You can tell the shape of the Earth by the shadow it casts on the moon. It's always round. It's round, it spins, okay? It's irrefutable. Flat Earth, I'm sorry. I know you guys are dedicated. I appreciate your zeal, but you're wrong, okay?
last comment.
What I wouldn't give for my family to spend a day with you. Well, come on down. Dinosaur Adventureland. How many people have come here and spent the whole day with me? We do all kinds of fun stuff. We have a blast, okay?
Man.
Yep. All right, sounds good. These are the channels that are coming soon. Vimeo, you got that one working already?
Yep.
Okay. DFTube, did you find that one?
Nope, not today.
All I did was Google this morning, how many alternatives are there to YouTube? And this came up. So if you want to help us, please make this a mission field. If you love our ministry, want to help, go to all the channels that mention me, atheist or YouTube or even friendly channels. Just type in Kent Hovind and hundreds of channels, thousands will come up, okay? If they deal with evolution, post in their comment section, say, hey folks, he's still very active. Go to drdino.com or give our phone number, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 2. No, you're 4, I'm 3. Jessica's extension 2. I don't know. Somebody hit a button. Somebody will pick it up and listen, okay? So please do that. Make that your mission, to put comments in their comment section. Okay, that's it, brother?
Yep.
All right, evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religious cult.
Yes, it is.
I agree. All right, see you Sunday for Book of Psalms. See you then. Bye.